We will now discuss the chemical reactions of alkanes and alkenes. Okay, keep that in your mind. Structural and displayed formula, we talked about it. The structural formula of shows how the atoms in a molecule are joined together. There are two ways of representing structural formula. They can be drawn as a displayed formula, full, or they can be written out in condensed form. Okay. Now I'll show you what is the difference between the condensed form and okay. By omitting all the carbon-carbon single bonds and carbon-hydrogen single bond, for example, like this. Okay. So the one which we usually were drawing was the formula is like this. Like I'm writing for what is the name of this compound?
Butane. Sorry, and
Butane. Okay.
butane.
If I make it short, this one is CH3, this one is CH2, this one is CH2, and this one has CH3. So your book is saying that structural formula shows how the atoms in a molecule are joined together. There are two ways of presenting the structure that can be drawn as displayed full structural formula. Now the one which I have shown here is displayed. It is full structural. Okay, and or they can be written out in condensed form, the condensed structural formula, by omitting all the carbons. So a displayed formula shows all the bonds in the molecule as individual lines. Okay? So the one which I have drawn right in front of you, this is the displayed formula, and this one is structural. Okay? Are we clear with this part?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now we are moving towards chemical reactions of alkanes and alkenes. So chemical reactions. Chemical reactions of alkanes and alkenes. Okay. So first of all, combustion. We will talk about combustion. Then substitution reaction. This is only for alkanes. Okay. Then we will talk about addition reactions. Only for alkenes. Right? So
Sorry,
mainly,
sorry, sir, but the screen again it got stuck.
mainly we'll talk about these three reactions, okay? You got my point? Combustion, substitution reactions, and addition reactions. So let's talk about combustion first of all. Combustion reaction. Combustion is the burning process. Anything burn in the presence of oxygen. Burning of hydrocarbons in the presence of oxygen is called combustion. Burning of hydrocarbons in the presence of oxygen. Combustion is classified into two categories: complete combustion and incomplete combustion. Complete combustion happens in the presence of unlimited supply of oxygen, and this generates carbon dioxide plus water. Incomplete combustion happens in the presence of limited supply of oxygen, and this generates carbon monoxide and water. Okay? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, carbon monoxide side effects and uses of carbon dioxide, we will talk about these ones now. Carbon monoxide, we'll write some equations first and then we'll talk about the side effects. So combustion reactions you can write, but whenever you're writing a chemical equation, please write a balanced chemical equation, because equation means balance. Okay? So I'm taking methane. Keep in mind, combustion is for both alkanes and alkenes, okay? Whether complete or incomplete. So methane in the presence of oxygen will give you CO2 and water. We need to balance this equation, okay? So 2 times of water, and how many hydrogen now? Carbon and oxygen, both are balanced. You can see here carbon dioxide is produced, so this is a complete combustion. The same if I take and it generates carbon monoxide and water, then this is the incomplete. Okay? You need to balance the equation for this also.
Sir, the first one is not balanced.
Okay, now it's balanced.
Yes, sir, the oxygen is not balanced.
Okay, please turn off your mics. Turn off your mics. It's making noisy.
So sugar and oxygen have 3.
Okay, how many oxygens do you see here?
So 6.
Now, we need to balance
The
this.
first one.
So now 2 and 3 oxygens are there, and if I make this 1.5, 3 oxygens are there. Is it balanced? Yes.
Sir, the first
Okay, this is
equation it has
for
3 on oxygen.
alkane. These two. Now I'm picking up alkene. For alkene, I'll pick C2H4 and I'll combust this. Let us see what we are getting: carbon dioxide and water. I'm not balancing this one, thus showing you that it's generate carbon monoxide and water. For complete one, it will generate carbon dioxide, and for incomplete, the same one will be generating carbon monoxide. Okay, and water. This is complete, and this one is INC, incomplete. These two equations are for alkenes. Okay. Now uses of carbon dioxide and side effects of carbon monoxide. So let me focus on that point. So carbon dioxide, first of all, CO2. It's related to global warming, related to climatic changes, involved in photosynthesis, involved in fizzy drinks, involved in fire extinguishers. Okay, pardon me for this part of the spelling. Okay, so fire extinguishers also. Now the main and important things, what are the uses of carbon dioxide? Examiner will ask you about that. So photosynthesis, use in fire extinguisher, and fizzy drinks. Photosynthesis, carbon dioxide and water will combine together and it will make C6H12O6, right? Fire extinguisher, why it is used in fire extinguishers? High density, makes carbon dioxide to cover around the fire, cuts off the supply of oxygen, and the fire is gone. Fizzy drinks, solubility. This is the property of carbon dioxide. It is soluble in water. That's why it is used to enhance the taste, right, of the fizzy drinks. It also helps a little bit in digestion as well because you start burping after that. Are we clear with this part?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Now we'll talk a little bit about the global warming part and climatic change. Okay. So I'm just talking about the
Can
global.
you write as a global? Sir, is it a global greenhouse gas? You that you can classify?
I don't hear you properly, so let me finish, then I'll take your questions later on. Okay. When we talk about the global warming effect, it's a greenhouse gas as well. We will talk about greenhouse. And then the global warming effect. See, if this is Earth, it is covered by a layer of
Sir,
carbon dioxide. Please don't talk in the middle, okay?
sir,
The sunlight is falling here. This sunlight will be trapped in this area. When it is trying to rebound back, it cannot go away. Okay? So this is increasing heat from sun. So it cannot go away from it. So this is increasing the temperature of the earth. It's increased and it's getting high. Okay, so this will increase the overall climatic change, and we will have rainfalls, uncertain conditions of temperature, uncertain conditions of like all climatic changes are highly affected. Okay, I'm just winding up here. I think our time is over now, and we'll talk in the other class then. Yes.